What is one thing that dating coaches lie to you about? They lie to you about the idea that a single boot camp is going to fix your dating issues. It's really not going to happen. Is a boot camp going to be worthwhile? Yeah, it is. Are you going to be where you want to be at the end of that? No, you're not. So here's the thing. When you go to a boot camp, it's kind of like going to a personal development conference. If you've ever done anything like a Tony Robbins conference or a landmark forum or something like this, a boot camp is very similar. What happens is that you go there and you're maybe there with the coach and let's say 15, 20 other men or 30, right? You're all in it together and you're all there for a weekend. For the entire weekend, an artificial environment is created in which you guys are all in it together and you're going out and you're hunting down women in the street and at night, blah, blah, blah. Here is the thing. Energy that is created by being in this artificial environment in which everybody is running around talking to women, that gives you confidence that you don't necessarily have in the regular world, right? You don't want to look like a wimp. No one wants to be the so you're there with 15, 20 other men, 30 other men, and they're all running around talking to girls. You want to do it too, because that kind of becomes a new normal. And then also the fact that you've paid for the boot camp as well, it's just like there's extra added pressure / incentive for you to actually get the damn thing done. And you do while you're there, and that is great. But here is the thing. After that boot camp finishes, what happens is that you go back to your regular day-to-day life. That's what happens. So outside of the boot camp, Monday morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, now you're just back in your regular life. You don't have the peer pressure to force you to go and do these approaches. You will find that men, and if you've ever done a boot camp, you know this is true. You got great results while you were there, right? And you went out and you took loads of action, but afterwards, did you lose all of the benefits of your boot camp? I would say probably not. It kind of depends on the person. I'd say no. Realistically, I'm not saying boot camps are rubbish. I'm not saying that at all. But you wouldn't have lost all of the benefits. But you probably lost like 95 of them, 95%, 96, And you spent how much? 5K, maybe 10. I don't know, it depends on the coach. But you spent quite a lot of money on those 2 days. You don't really get what you wanted. And again, it's just like a Tony Robbins seminar or a landmark forum. They create an artificial bubble in which you exist while you're there. And in that artificial bubble, you are pumped up and you feel like you're amazing. You feel incredible. There's the energy in the atmosphere and everybody else, and it whips you up into this frenzy, which is great. But once you leave, you slowly come back down to normal. So then what should you be doing rather than that? And again, look, if you don't believe me, go and do a boot camp. Go and do one. I'm not even telling you that you shouldn't. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't do them, because if you do 15 boot camps in your life, it's like bit by bit, you're going to have, benefits and it will be great. But if you're expecting to do a single boot camp and have that transform your life, right? No, that's actually not going to happen. But if you don't believe me, go do a boot camp. Do a boot camp, come back to this video and then apologize, because I am actually right. But what should you do? What you should do is find a coach like me. What does that mean? Well, I don't do boot camps. What do? I coach guys for minimum 3 up to 6 months. Here's the thing. The coach you did the boot camp with, I am sure is a very talented coach. I'm not even out here throwing shade, saying like the man don't know what he's doing. Sure he does, right? I wouldn't be able to affect change in someone in 2 days. Not really. In order to affect proper change, there needs to be like time. There has to be a time investment that actually does. So when I'm working with a guy, right, what happens is, man signs up with me and we have, I create a unique and bespoke plan for this dude based on his specific situations. So if we assume that he was terrified of approaching, I'll give him a plan that shows him how to approach. For argument's sake, if he's terrified to turn a date sexual, I will give him a plan that's geared towards that. Then he goes away and he works his way through the plan on a week-by-week basis. He then messages me constantly throughout the week to let me know how he's getting on. Kieran, I approached a girl and it didn't go well. She told me to go make love to myself. Kieran, I approached a girl and it went amazing. She said she thinks I'm the greatest guy on earth. He tells me all of this stuff and I'm constantly either congratulating manipulating him or giving him feedback to show him how to get to where he wants to be. Then once a week we have a coaching call. In this coaching call, we actually check in and make sure that he is on track to achieve the objectives that we have laid out in our plan. Those objectives differ to every person, basically, depending on a guy's unique situation. That's what you need, because week by week by week by week, then the man makes changes in his real life. And the thing is this, it's like there are things that you know that you don't know how to do. But then there's also things that you don't know that you don't know how to do, like blind spots. And somebody like me over time will spot a blind spot. Like for argument's sake, you might say to me, Kieran, so I was on the bus and I saw this girl and this girl smiled at me. And yeah, so I saw the girl, she smiled at me and I felt good about that. So I got off the bus. And then I'll go, well, whoa, why didn't you approach her? And then you will go, well, I mean, come on, you can't approach a girl on the bus. I mean, who actually does that? That's not the dumb thing. And then I will say, well, who told you that you can't approach a woman on the bus? Where did you read that in the laws of society? Then you'll go, oh my gosh, that was a blind spot. And the point is that a coach who is doing a boot camp with you, when there's literally 20 other men, right? You're not even the only person on that boot camp, number one. Number two, there's like 20 other men. Number three, he's only with you for like 2 days. 2 days. Maybe if you're lucky, you do some like hardcore immersion for like 5 days. Maybe you do. But he is not going to get to know you to the degree that I would. When I work with a guy, I get to know that guy. I get to know him. I get to know what makes him tick and his unique situation. They will send me like text chats with women. And it's like, Kieran, what do you think of this? She said this and I said this and she said this and I believe that she is thinking this. I'm like, no, you're actually wrong. This woman is fearful of her safety. She's fearful of her safety and you basically acted like an arrogant arsehole. And because of that, now she's pulling away. And then he's like, oh, I see. I never really thought about it like that. That's what happens. So yeah, dating coaches lie to you. Boot camps, like they have value. Okay, they do. I'm not saying they don't. But what I'm saying is this. If you go sign up for a boot camp and you think, I'm going to spend $5,000 and at the end of this boot camp, I'm going to have what I need. No, you're not. If you're spending the $5,000 because you really like the coach and want to meet him, then go ahead. If you're spending the $5,000 because you're like, okay, in order to get 3 or 4% closer to my ultimate goal, I'm prepared to spend this $5,000, knock yourself out. But if you actually want to spend less than $5,000 and get the result that you want, come talk to me. So with that said, if you have liked the cut of my jib and if anything that I've said here has inspired you or awoken something within you, and you feel like, you know what, actually, I want to get the result. I want to get the result. Right? I want to get the results. I want to start seeing tangible results, which you would see within 1 to 2 months, depending. I mean, it kind of depends on you and like how much you commit to what I gotta say. But I will say that when a man commits, it's on average 1 to 2 months. There are people who just like fly even further, faster because they just do it. And here's the thing as well, just to be clear. Another way that dating coaches lie is that they guarantee success. They go, oh, sign up to my program and I guarantee success. They're lying to you. I can't guarantee success. Well, I can, but I can't. And let me explain what I mean. I can guarantee success if you do what I tell you to do. But I can't guarantee that you're going to do what I tell you to do. Whatever reason, there are men who will sign up for a program and won't do what they're told to do. Now, if that makes you think to yourself, well, I shouldn't sign up with Kieran because maybe I won't do what I'm told to do, realize that that is weak, pussy, bitch ass talk, because there is nothing stopping you from doing what you're told to do. Just because there are men who don't do what they're told to do does not mean there's a magical enchantment on your soul preventing you from doing what you're told to do. You can. Loads of men do. I'm just saying there are some that don't. And because of that, I cannot guarantee anything. I can guarantee that if you do what I tell you to do, you will make massive transformations. Yes, I can. I've had so many clients like, oh, I'm an Indian and no white woman's gonna love me because I'm Indian. I'm an incel. I've never had sex in my life. What can I do? I am Nigerian man living in America and I don't understand these Western women. I've had so many clients who come from backgrounds where it's like supposedly they're not supposed to be attractive. I've got a former client who's engaged right now. Right now. I know exactly what the freaking fucking hell I am talking about. So if you actually want some results, if you actually want to make a change, if you actually do, then basically book a call. There's a link in the description. Book a call. We'll have a talk. We will speak about your unique situation, lay out a roadmap that you can follow in order to get from where the fuck you are right now to where the fuck you want to be. If you like this video, then please do like it, comment and subscribe. Why? Not just for vanity, because the way YouTube works is that if you like this video, YouTube will send it to more people and it will help my channel to grow, and I would appreciate that wholeheartedly. But anyway, with that said, goodbye, take care, see you later, and ciao.